Our next disruptor is Rasha Katabi. And her modest proposal is that she is going to knock off all the major credit cards in the country. First in Canada, presumably elsewhere. After that, there must be 100 million zillion credit cards out there. And they are generally owned and run and presented by the major financial institutions in this country. So I want to hear from Rasha. How is she going to do that?
Thank you, Moses. Thank you.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. Okay. Thank you, Moses, for having me here. Hello, everyone. Okay. So as Moses announced, we feel that the future of the credit card is here. Actually, more generally, the future of payments is here. You know, we certainly live in an era of exponential disruption that is impacting really all of the way we live and making it easier to a large extent, certainly much more personalized. We're living in an era where systems are clashing with each other and can come together to form fully re-engineered platforms. And we're lucky enough, actually, to be living in a time where we're seeing all of this happening at light speed. Great. So digital and mobile first are really table stakes. We want to be able to take for granted that whatever our means of payment is, or whatever our credit card is there for us and will show up on whatever platform or smartphone or tablet or computer or wherever I am in the world. And we certainly don't want to feel or expect that we have to either buy an iPhone, or it has to be a Google Pay, or it has to be a Samsung, and we're going to have to feel obliged or even a hostage to an ecosystem that might not really fit us. So from our perspective, we believe that payment systems and payment experiences, like everything else, follow our lives. I certainly don't wake up in the morning, I'm sure like none of you, with the intent of banking and spending time on banking. I wake up with the intent to live my best life, and I want all of my means of payments and experiences to effectively be where I am, and not the other way around. Consumers, I believe, are really demanding this, and that demand with the newer generation is almost assumed. But the financial system is a little bit lagging still in that respect. I want my credit card and my payment experience to reflect my needs specifically, not as a profile, not as a woman between this age, and they might think I want this. No. I want it to be as hyper-personalized and as unique as certainly my lifestyle is. What that means is that ideally, we would like to expect that all seamlessly, within our same means of payment, the best deals that may fit us and suit our needs are there, highlighted really for us, whether they're deal or rewards or discounts or experiences, that is going to make me happy and that is relevant to me at this point in time. I also want this payment experience to be kind to me. So I want it to remind me of what I need to do today and what I should be doing to actually maximize the value of the money that I work so hard for. And where can I find this maximized value that is relevant to me and to my needs around me today? Whether I am close to my home or whether it is that I'm traveling halfway across the country for a meeting that I needed to leave at 4 a.m. for. So it would be really nice to have something that makes me happy in the middle of the day, and something that's relevant to me where I actually was there at exactly 12:15 p.m. I also wanted to remind me of where I'm at on those decisions that I've made for myself, and the budget of where I really tried to maybe have my groceries done and not order out so much, and maybe cook at home and send me those recipes that are based on my preferences, based on where I usually actually and what I order, where I usually eat and what I order. Wouldn't that be most wonderful and most seamless? Because most certainly, in this day and age, I don't know about you guys, but I think that we don't have all of this mind space and all of this energy to actually go and look out actively, because there are really great deals and things that are relevant for us. But when do we have time to go there and find them and locate them and understand how we're going to get there and what should we take with us? Is it a coupon? Is it a QR code? Where can I go? And are they going to understand me? And now I'm with friends, and is this going to be too complicated to actually take advantage of? In this world, I would think that I just want to be paying with my credit cards and the rest takes care of itself. Retail and e-commerce, I think, led the way. And they're not perfect. There's certainly a long way to go still. But globally, I can be shopping from my home or from my couch anywhere in the world, and it feels a little bit more personalized to my needs. From a financial payment platform, we still were far away from a fully globally open ecosystem. Those rewards and those deals and et cetera, it's not only Toronto or Canada, but I could be traveling. And I could be traveling for an extensive period of time. Or my parents could be traveling, and I want to send them somewhere where it's relevant, and and that is really seamless in a way that I can actually deliver to them an experience at a very advantageous value, right there and then where they are. So a globally open ecosystem, as opposed to closed loops and closed coalitions that force us to look at only this subset of potential interests and potential offers that may or may not fit us and may or may not be easy to actually access. It is no surprise that in Canada alone, there is $16 billion in unused reward points. That is the value that each of us supposedly we were promised it, and it was there based on our economic activity, so we generated it. But it's sitting there, unused, because it's a bit clunky, because it's not relevant, because it's divided up in so many different small pockets that it really doesn't add up to much. And certainly, it's not worth our time or our effort to go and unearth it for ourselves. And those reward systems that are external and that are really a little bit of a one-size-fits-all, you could be spending too much time or money to actually get to the reward level you want, because they apply on specifically this, or that. There's not enough value effectively that is getting transferred, because there's so much friction between merchants that want you there and want your business, and the many various levels and layers before it actually gets to you at a very diluted value. And 31% say rewards are not relevant and not personalized. So it's there, but I really don't want a Bose speaker. I already have sort of my music set up that I'm quite happy with. So personalized an ecosystem is beneficial, and we believe that is the way to actually unlock exponential value for each of us. Not only is it personalized to the consumer, it's also personalized to the merchants. So a system where merchants can actually send me or you or someone else in the audience an offer that suits them. And it's because, from the merchant's perspective, we represent their specific, ideal consumer profile or ideal customer. Or they know that it's now third or fourth or fifth time that we came back to them, and it would feel really great not to be treated like the first guy through the door. Him and I are both going to get a 15% discount. It would be great to recognize that, I'm a valuable patron. And actually, merchants want to do that. They want to recognize their most valuable patrons because most of their business relies on, us coming back to them, and much less on the passerbys, on the basically one-time users. But right now, the system doesn't even allow them to sift through from a very hyper-personalized perspective to make these determinations and actually give to their best customers their best deals. We also believe that, once you have all of your rewards, they really should all sit in one spot. The fact that I have $5 here and a $10 here, it's never going to add up to anything. So this is why I usually leave them. And they're somewhere in another purse or in another drawer, or I really have lost track of them. So having them all in one spot, again, on your same credit card, and now they can be redeemed on anything. Yes, anything, anywhere in the world. Not only that, now merchants also, when you want to use your rewards, can say, hey, if you come to me in my lull period, or between this time and this time, or in this month, I'm going to make your rewards worth even more. I didn't have to go anywhere else. I didn't have to go look on another website and print another coupon. And I just had to use my same means of payments. I didn't even have to know that this was there. I'm just living my life, and the best optimized solution is coming to me every minute of the day. So we believe really in an open, borderless system, open, borderless credit card and payment ecosystem, and fully integrated, seamless loyalty ecosystem that spans all of the merchants that may be relevant to you in different parts of the world, whether it is Iceland or Australia or right just here, right downtown Toronto. It's the only way that these are relevant, and they will be, and this payment platform can actually offer us the best value and the best lifestyle and the best experience, and allow us to live our best life depending on our personal, life choices. Thank you. That's really the hope, the world we're hoping we're building.